live from Fort Smith, Arkansas, here with another update for you guys. And before I actually get into everything here, just I do ask you for your continued prayers. Last week was just a complete disaster. It just was not a great week, both personally as well as work-wise. And I won't get into details about that on here. But if you're wondering or wanting to know, if you're wanting to know more about what's been going on, y'all just let me know and I'll let you know, okay? But what I will say is this: the stuff that I've seen this past week is really just further confirmation that I need to get this debt paid off and get out of and be able to move on. And so there's just a lot of stuff going on and stuff like that. So, and I don't know if this week's going to get any better. So, I hope it does, but the last week was just absolutely just a disaster in my eyes. Today really wasn't any better. Looking forward to this week. Looks like I will be having to work 7 days again. I'm gonna have to work Sunday. 1 week from today, I'm gonna have to close. Really don't want to do that, but if it means that I get my debt paid off, then by all means. Okay, so you pray for me for this week, but you also pray for this debt to be resolved quickly. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and just jump into what the update is. So, when I started, I had $2,300 worth of debt that I started out. Okay, I haven't been at Domino's anymore. I've only been at Domino's for over 2 weeks, and with that coming up, the third week coming up on Thursday, the good Lord has provided so much that right now, as of right now, at the recording of this update, I have about another $50 to $60 before I hit $1,200. Okay? So that means that I'm continuing to inch closer and closer to the 1,000. Now, most of what I brought in was tips. I only had one paycheck. And so I put forth quite a bit of money towards my debt for this particular month. And I have put forth I can't even wrap my head around. I think it's gonna be over. I think tip wise, I think I would have put anywhere from about $500 to $550. $500 to $550 worth of tips towards this debt. So God has really been providing. Now, what I can say for sure is that this next check that I get should be hopefully a little bit more bigger than my first one. So I calculate that by the next check, that should actually put me over. That should actually put me over that second 1,000 mark, and I'll have like less than 1,000 left to put forth by next check. I'd say probably around next check, I will probably guess I will probably have somewhere between 8 and 900 left to go. So it'll be down to triple digits. Now, with that said, that is subject to change. If things continue to progress the way they have been, okay, the way they have been, and if I can actually hit the 1,000 mark before next check, if I can hit the 1,000 mark before next check, that means the next check I put in, assuming it'll probably be somewhere between $400 to $500. So I'm gonna just kind of be kind of generous a little bit and say about 400. I do that, and I would actually be down to $600 total left that I have to pay off. That means I'd have to meet the $1,000 mark before next check, and if I do that and take my check and put it towards that, I will be down to $600. Now, with that said, if I do that, then my goal between that and the third check would be $200. Okay, if I can hit that, that means that will knock that down to 400, which means that I will be able to, on my third check, be able to get that debt paid off. Completely paid off. So that's kind of where that's going. Now, I will say this. If by the third check it gets to a point where I think I could probably do a half of a next check, what I'll probably do then is, if the Lord wills, I will probably end up putting, even if I had put it in my 2 weeks notice at Kia, okay, I've calculated out to that I'd still get one more check from Domino's with both Domino's and Kia together, which means that should be enough to be able to set me over the edge and all that stuff. Now, I don't know how all this is going to play out, so what I'd like to try to do between now and my next check is hit the $1,000 mark. I do that, then all I do is put in another $400 for my second check, and that will bring it down to $600. Okay? And so you pray for me on this, because I'm actually pretty eager to get this thing paid off. And I'm at a point now where I just want to get this thing paid off and move forward and move on. Okay? So, and the month is not over yet. This is the last full week. This is the last full week of July. Okay, so, but thinking back to the month of July, the Lord has provided a lot to where I have put a major dent in my debt. I mean, a major dent. I'm only just a couple $100 away from being at the $1,000 mark. Okay? And I've been trying to work as hard as I can to get this thing paid off. So you pray for me on this. You pray that this thing go by quick. And like I said, I just don't see how God's going to prolong this anymore. I think God is going to start bringing in a whole load here so I can get my stuff paid off and move forward. Okay? So you pray for me on that. You pray that God would give grace in this area. I have been struggling lately, and all that stuff. I've been struggling with but I'm gonna probably safely say that I will probably have a September exit from Kia. There will be a September exit, which will be good because it will mark 1 year since I've been there. Plus, when I leave, I could take I'm going to have a year's worth of not a year's worth. I'm going to have a week's worth of vacation that they're going to need to compensate me when I leave. So that could be on top of what I need to. So I could take whatever extra compensation that is and put it towards savings. Okay? So there's some good things happening. But it looks like I will probably end up leaving Kia probably around September. As it looks like. There's probably no question about it. With the way things are going, with how things are vastly progressing. And for me, it just seems like it's just dragging on and on and on. But when I take a step back and actually look, things are progressing real quick. Okay, so, I just want to say that, God has been good. God gets all the glory for it. God is good. But y'all pray. Okay? Y'all pray. Yeah. I think it was last Saturday, I think I brought in like $88. Okay, $88. So, but there's one thing for certain. I will tell you this for certain. The way things are set up now, by the next Domino's check I get, that sucker is going to put me over the $1,000 mark. And I will already have 2,000. I will already have 2/3 of that sucker paid off. Okay, so then it's just a matter of getting it down to 500, and getting it down even further to where this thing can be completely paid off. And so, but you all pray for me because I need the grace. I need help. I need God's help. I need God's grace. I need God's strength. I'm already starting to kind of feel it already, and I'm just really anxious to just having one job now. Okay. There's a lot of drama that I've had to deal with this past week, and there's just a lot of nonsense I had to put up with this past week, and my emotions have run wild, and the devil knows this, and he's going to continue doing it. I promise you, he's going to continue toying with my emotions. So yeah. All right. Other than that, I don't have anything else. Okay. That's about as much of an update as I can give. Again, I'm gonna have to work another 7 days this week. I don't want to do it. The only 2 days I've got off from Domino's is Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm just really would like to have a Sunday off because I don't want to be continuing to do this, but it's only short term, and knowing that August is about to come here soon, come around the corner. As soon as August gets here, I'll tell you what right now, that August is probably going to be the last full month I do this. It probably will. And August probably, if things continue to go as they are and God still continues to provide the way that he's been providing, August will probably be my last month of going through all this. Probably. Okay? The last full month. August will probably end up being the last full month that so I just have to just stick it out for another 30 some odd days. 31 days, or however, I don't know how many days but anyways, so yeah, and I'm sorry, you guys, I haven't been doing videos as much as I ought to, but this has to get taken care of really quickly. And that's another thing. I know you probably all miss me doing Tuesday night Bible studies and stuff like that, and I know a lot of you are anxious about of having me come back. Okay, so you prayed that this would end quickly so that I can come back. And like I said, I don't see how God will prolong this much longer. Just because I'm sure he's probably going to be wanting me to get back into doing videos and stuff like that here shortly. So you just hang in there. You pray for me. Pray that this thing gets resolved quickly so I can get back to doing videos. I'm honestly miss doing Bible readings and Bible videos. And so yeah. So anyways, with that said, that's all I got. I might, with how things are going to be laid out next week, there won't be a thing for there won't be an update next week. So you probably won't hear from me for about another couple weeks. So not next week, but the week after, you probably won't hear. I mean, you'll hear from me again probably in another week or two. Probably another 2 weeks. And so hopefully we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I love you guys. God bless you. You guys have a great evening. Have a good week. And we'll see you when I see you. All right? God bless you guys. See ya. Love you. Bye.